So we all gonna give a letter grade of this year's off season. So Mark, kick us off. What grade will you give the Commanders for this off season?
I will give the Commanders a grade of an A minus this all season.
Hold up.
Hold up.
It's coming early. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Commander fans, I need you to send more super
Oh,
chats.
man.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to other Cardo. The first one was a Cardo Cowboy fan. This is a Cardo Commander fan. All right. So look, $2 super chat. Y'all saw what he did, right? Cowboys did 199. My man said, I'm gonna throw $2 out there. He threw an extra penny out there for you. One up though. Stand down Philly and Dallas. My man, shout out to Cardo. $2 super chat. All right, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna give the Commanders an A minus this offseason. Biggest reason, the biggest signing or the biggest thing that they did this offseason was re-sign Deron Payne. And I know I've been saying this in the chat for a long time. That's the number one thing that we need to do before we go after any free agent, before we go after anybody else. We need to re-sign Deron Payne. He was literally the best defender we had last season, like consistently all season. So that there plus just retaining the people that we had, because we know third overall defense. You don't really want to let big pieces go. So it's just another year in the scheme to get better. And offensive wise, we did a good thing, and with the draft, I really love the way we drafted defense and offense. And using what we got in house, just like Ron Rivera say every Sunday, everything we need to win, everything we need to get the best out of the season is already here. And I'm glad he is like really living by what he's talking about. So I'm gonna give them an A minus for this all season.
Hey, Mike.
All right, it's on me. First off, let me give me a little sip. In my gotta rep the old Redskins, so let me get a little sip of that. All right, for me, I probably want to give it so high of an A minus. I'm towards a B, maybe a B minus. Yeah, of course. I mean, that was a big sign of getting Deron Payne back. That was a definite plus, especially to that D line. Not to mention going into the season top three in the league this season. So definitely a big plus. But picking up Jacoby Brissett was actually a big plus. Bringing in a vet after what he did in Cleveland this past season, just to help on the quarterback side, because that's a big thing going into this season. You know, that was a big question mark, as in, you know, we're going to rock with what Sam Howell's going to do moving forward. But definitely, you know, that was a plus picking up Jacoby Brissett. They also added a little bit of depth to the O-line. You know, the O-line definitely struggled this past season, mainly on pass protection. So picking up, I think his name was Andrew Willie. That was a big plus. And on the defensive side, getting Emmanuel Forbes. And I didn't expect them to go with him in the draft. That definitely helped out the secondary. So, I mean, overall, it was more of a quiet draft. It wasn't like some like big names that was coming out of the free agency or the draft. But they added pieces to, you know, an area that they lacked in the past season. So it's a step in the right direction. So that's why I'm giving it a B. You know, it wasn't like I said, it wasn't too, you know, they didn't make a lot of noise, but it was definitely in the right direction.
Okay. All right. So Mark A and Mike, you got a B. So look, I would say B minus. All right, B minus. And I'm leaning towards an A for one reason. I know y'all name all, you know, the moves. You said Deron Payne, right? You mentioned the draft we had. But you gotta think about it. If we would have made all these moves with the same owner, it would have been the same results. All right. So the fact that we got a new owner, I think is a huge deal. And not just new owners. We talking about owners that have success in other sports. I mean, one of them was an athlete, 5-time NBA champion. And then two of them grew up here. So they are diehard fans who have success in this field. Also, we deserve a B minus or A because I mean the best, you know, so potential dynasty right now. Who? Kansas City Chiefs. The number one offense last 5 years. Who? Kansas City Chiefs. And who did we get last year? From last year, They offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy.
Turn me
Right?
up.
Okay. There we go. That's some positivity right there. But that, like, just all that, we deserve a B minus, at least a B minus, because that just tell you going forward, we're gonna do some good things. All right.
Definitely.
But far as our actual moves, like you said, I like the draft. Our first 2 draft picks address the defensive backs because we feel like we got an all-star front four. I mean, Chase Young coming back. I mean, is that an off-season move? He's healthy now, right? He's coming back, right? And then I believe our cornerbacks, improve. Our defensive backs improved as the season went on. Defoe improved as the season went on. Karen Crow is on the lineup. Karen Crow is sounding really good as training camp too, by the way, right? And then you got Benjamin St. Jude's that got better. And then on top of that, our first 2 picks address the defensive backs. So I thought what it did was this buffer our defense even more. I thought it was good. Bringing in Andrew Wiley to hold with the offensive line, right? The offensive line that's fairly new. A lot of new pieces in the offensive line, but he knows the system. So I think that, I would say a B minus, but mainly because of the ownership and the offensive coordinator.
If you look at what we did in the beginning of the year last year, defensive wise, run defense wasn't the issue. It was always the big pass plays. Correct. We had 2 different. We drafted 2 different cornerbacks. I mean, a cornerback and a safety, which addressed the issues what we had when the other players was injured. So it's because the players that did play didn't step up as much as they should have, but we replaced those positions and got better in those positions. So we got depth as well. So ownership, new offensive coordinator. That's an A-.
Another one. Let's go.
Here we go. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to Ty. Being a member for a month. Shout out to R2L. Hashtag Snyder would never. You're right. He would never. Yeah. And hashtag Silence Mark 2023. Keep that hashtag up, y'all. Keep it up.
Keep it up. Like it.
Definitely keep it up.
Shout out to Ty for being a member for a month, though. Appreciate that, man. But look, also, I like the Cody Barton move, too. We picked up Cody Barton from the Seahawks last year, linebacker.
Big plus.
Yeah, big plus,
Right now, the linebacker struggle. I mean, not taking anything from Jamin Davis, but that guy need help. They need help. He need help.
Yeah, man. His off the court, off the field issues that he got going on right now is kind of like irritate me for real. All right. So and then also I know one of y'all mentioned Jacoby Brissett. That's an underrated move. I remember when we first signed him, everybody kept saying, "Oh, he gonna start. Why we got to pay a backup that much?" I think they are fast tracking Sam Howell. Fast tracking him.
Yeah.
You got Eric Bieniemy, who knows what a good quarterback looks like. Patrick Mahomes. He spent 5 years with Patrick Mahomes. And on top of that, you bring in this veteran to fast track everything, to teach. If you watch any footage about training camp or OTAs of Jacoby Brissett, all he's doing is coaching Sam Howell like the whole time. Yeah. Like he just talking to Sam Howell.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like, that's all he's doing. So
they didn't want to be offensive coordinator when he retired. So I mean, that's how you start.
I mean, the man was behind Tom Brady. I'm pretty sure he learned a lot. So
yeah, he's behind a lot. Yeah.
So he's a man. Ron Rivera did a good job, I thought, this all season. Yeah. The only thing that I don't like is two things I don't like. That I'm not gonna say I don't like. I wish we would have addressed it more, but you can address everything, right? Number one, we addressed it, but I thought we could have did better. The offensive line. I feel like we could have did better with the offensive line. It's still some people out there we could possibly try to get, but he like where we at, So offensive line is something that I'm a little concerned about, which is a big concern. And I know Commander fans are big on our tight ends, but they all injury prone, man. Like
can't stay healthy.
Logan Thomas hurt again. Like
oh my gosh.
He's hurt again. And then so that's the only thing. And then I'm worried about. I'm not really worried about a tight end position, but the offensive line, I'm a little worried about it because I think it would cause a slow start, if that makes sense. So,
well, I don't know if y'all paid attention more in the training camp. One particular incident is that they're able to establish the run a lot better with the O-line, but they're having a hard time protecting Sam Howell. He's not getting enough time, which is scaring me and a worry because a lot of the NFC East has
they built.
So that's gonna be a question. Like, man, like that's not good. Not hearing that. Like, we got to be able to push that ball down the field. But the flip side to it is the fact that our D line is able to generate that kind of pressure. Is saying a lot, about where we're going moving forward with the defense.
We got Chase back, man.
Man.
People don't realize. Like, I know he started off slow the year before he got injured and everything like that, and I know he had 2 sacks. I mean, he had 2 sacks before he went down. But sacks don't tell the whole story about that position. He was still had tackles for losses. He was good in the run stopping. So I mean, like, Andy, he played a little bit of, like, defense. Like, he had to go out to the swing, and he was good on sniffing screens out. So I mean, sacks wasn't the only thing that defined Chase Young. And this year, I think him being 100% healthy, working with Von Miller and Aaron Donald and everybody, I think he is really going to make a push for, like, defensive player of the year. Like, I think he's going for that sack.
Cap.
Well, the thing, hopefully he developed his game over the time, because my issue with him was he only had literally one move, just coming off that speed rush.
Yeah,
and what was it doing? It was blowing him out of the play. He was taking himself out the play. So I mean, like, hopefully he got his mechanics together. I hate to use one of the Cowboys players, but I need to see him like a Micah Parsons. Like, if I get him on the edge rush, that'll be a plus. But we'll see.
He has been working with his hands a lot, so that's what I really think that really developed his game a lot.
Hey, look.
In the chat, we made a bet in the chat already. Like, it was between, like, I think it was me, Kevin, and Javon. One of them 3 bet that one of us going to get the defensive player of the year. I really did throw Chase out there, so I really think he's on a mission this year.
Yeah.
And for those who wondering, there's a cowboy in the studio that's actually doing the producing. That's why the sound effects are being the way they are. But Mark, I know you threw that comment out, Chase for defensive player of the year. Everybody in camp saying that Chase looking like a defensive player of the year candidate, but Chase not saying it. See, he came out the second year. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this many sacks. Him and Jonathan, it was counting sacks. So, but now they all humble. They all like, we're not gonna put no ceiling on what we do. We're gonna just go out there and show y'all what's up. And then, like you said, the fact that, first of all, we all know training camp defense got the advantage. Number one, you playing the same group of guys every single day. Eventually, they're gonna memorize the plays. They're gonna know what you're gonna do. All right. And number two, when the pads are not fully on, like, defense got the advantage. This is how it is. But this is good though. The fact, like, our offensive line, we gotta realize we already feel like it's a weakness to the D line, but it's a new offensive line too. We got new pieces in this offensive line, and with offensive linemen, they gotta build chemistry. You know what I mean? They gotta build some type of chemistry. So that's why I think we could have we could potentially have a slow start because of that. So yeah, but we ain't trading Chase Young, man. We keeping him. And the last one, contract years: Chase Young, Cam Curl gotta get paid. Montez Sweat gotta get paid. Man, these dudes motivated.
All right.
We saw what happened with Jonathan Allen in this situation. What happened? We saw Deron Payne last year. All right, so look. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.